Oh my. Welcome in, everybody. It's the CSC Challenger Series Division 2 Finals. That's right. We are here. We're ready to rock on a Wednesday night, per usual, at 8 p.m. with this battle between Duane Johannsen and John Husman. This is going to be a fantastic final. It should live up to the bill, or at least we can hope it does, because, I mean, the hot hand coming in tonight in John Husman, man, he has been an absolute firework going into this evening, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, in case you don't recognize this person, that's Will Stewart. He hasn't been here for a while, but he's back.
I know.
And it's good to have him back. I'm actually excited he did not introduce himself because that was actually, I planned that and then it worked out well. But listen, you said it, man. John Husman, and we've seen it before, right? With Chris Watson back in season 2, losing the very first match and then rolling through that loser side, averaging above a 5 the last 2 matches in the 4th place match and then the 3rd place match to get past those opponents. He's coming into this very hot, and he's got a great support system behind him. He's got great signs behind him tonight, and All Seasons is rocking because they want that double dip. And I'm telling you, it's hard not to pick John Husman tonight.
I mean, the averages are definitely going to sway in his favor, as you'll see here in just a moment. But yeah, we're going to see if this lives up to a double dip format. Do we see that? Do we not? Does Duane stomp his foot in the ground and say, "Not today, sir, not today," and hold his ground here? We always say if you don't get it done here as the holder, you're kind of in the second fiddle seat going into week 2 of the final, and most of the time you lose out, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And Duane's going to want to do nothing more than stop it tonight. If John has another great night, great average, the confidence is going to be through the roof next week. And I would give the heavy favorite to John Husman. So Duane, though, has been great with timing his shots this season. He's been great at hitting the darts when he needs to hit them the most. If he can do that once again, I don't see how he doesn't win tonight. Even with John shooting a 5-0, Duane can stay with that enough to win the match. But I think it's going to be an epic battle. 52 more games were played this season by John Husman heading to tonight. That is insane as a differential between our finalists. But man, I can't wait. The averages are separated. They are way more separated than Division I finals on Monday. But I think that this match is going to be a lot closer than Monday's.
I mean, just looking at this stat alone, I mean, almost 100 more 9 or 7 marks for John than Duane. That's absolutely absurd. But yeah, so I mean, it just speaks to John's success here on the loser side and making a run. But let's go ahead and get to this tail of the tape. Let's waste no time doing it. Mr. Duane Johannsen, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, Duane Johannsen, nicknamed Duane Johannsen. Playing for Red's Novelty. He's playing at Bullshooter Saloon. He's been playing 35 plus years. His average is a 4.54 MPR, 560 on the All-Star ranking. Nick wasn't here in person, so we had to bring him here in spirit with the nickname up there. Throwing those booyah darts, Duane Johannsen, 18-gram darts. He also comes into this with 34.9 marks and 1 white horse, 94.7 marks, 84.5 marks, and just 76 games played.
That's a lot of Duane Johanssens on the screen, my God.
Yeah, it is. Duane Johannsen, nickname Duane Johannsen.
Throwing Duane Johanssens.
We got Duane Johannsen. Duane Johannsen.
Just to rub it in for Haley. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, we're starting off hot here tonight. Let's go ahead and kick it on over to Johnny Husman. His nickname is Squatch, and we do have a rare appearance here this evening in the background, as you will recognize, folks. The vendor, WWDL. His locations is All Seasons. Been playing for 37 plus years. His average currently is a 4.81. That, of course, leads the pack here in Division 2. Current All-Star ranking is 793 and is playing his Dart Militia 20-gram barrels here. How about some other stat lines? 82 9 marks, 10 8 marks, 179 7 marks, and 6 white horses. Absolutely absurd, as we said. This one, of course, leans the way of John. It's hard not to say that, as you mentioned, right, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I mean, he almost has double the amount of 9 marks as the next closest person. Like that's that's how much he's played this season and how well he's played, right? He's number one in the average at 4.81. It just continues to go up every week. And that's even impressive. And again, he's throwing so well and he's got such confidence heading to this. Plus, you're right. We're going to see a mystical beast in the background of John's screen tonight. And I think that mystical beast might help him out a lot tonight.
Score line for you?
Yeah, I have it going. I'll say 9-7 tonight in favor of Husman.
Oh my goodness. 9-7. All righty. Yeah, as we said, it's hard not to pick John Husman tonight. It really isn't. I mean, the stats really lean towards him. Of course, he's got a good support system behind him as well. I met some of those all seasons folks this past weekend. Really good folks. That being said, it ain't going to happen. Give me Duane to take the win here tonight. 9-6 in a flying victory. He gets it done here. Let's do it.
That was almost Leonardo DiCaprio-esque from Wolf on Wall Street.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Listen, folks, if you've never watched before, where the heck have you been? But let's go over that format and specific rules for the CSC Challenge Series. As Duane's going to throw a 180 to probably get the start here. Double elimination style tournament. He is the king seat holder. John Husman is got one loss already, so if he loses, he's out. If Duane loses, we go to next week. But the players will play a race to 9. Best of 17 legs, all cricket with a cork or a 3-dart count-up that we're seeing right here to start the match. Duane will go first. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if either player is down 3 or more legs, they will continue to go first until that deficit is reduced to 2 legs. I don't see that happening tonight, but you never know. That is that PBD player advantage rule. And if we go the distance,
here we go for speed.
Those players will cork for start in the last leg decider. I said that was a 180.
Okay, I was about to say I wanted you to kick it back to me so I could really get a rust spray going. But,
yeah,
whatever.
Do it. Do the rust spray.
No, no longer needed. We can't do it anymore. But I will go ahead and go off if they do hit a 9 on the 20s because why not?
Yeah, I like it.
That's an excellent start for Duane. As I said, I just think he's going to come in fiery here. I think that he knows this is a tough task. He wants to get it done early. I was speaking to him at I believe it was the Booyah Cup where I was just had a conversation with him. It was kind of nice to do that for a change. I don't normally get an opportunity to speak to Duane. So it was just kind of in passing 5-10 minutes, but I really just kind of got a good judge of just his character. He's just like, I don't care attitude. He's just there to have fun, essentially. And yeah, something screams that he's going to get it done here tonight, and that's going to end our season 10. I don't know why. Usually we have a distance run, at least on the Division 1 or Division 2 side, but I don't think this season has it up in store for us.
You know what? You're probably right at the end of the day. And I like that background knowledge, right? To know that Duane is he's very easygoing when it comes to this. And you can almost see in the way he throws the darts, right? He just takes them back and fires. And I would say that the pressure is definitely on Husman, especially this evening. If Duane doesn't win, he still has all next week, right? It's one of those situations, as you see, Husman take a weird route there to try and close off the big numbers instead of pointing on the 17s. Interesting start.
Sometimes you got to do that every once in a while. Just throw your opponent off early, see how they react to it, see what they do. As you can see, though, both players have a little support system there. You can see a couple, legs in view there supporting Duane. You folks there with the Vote for Bigfoot sign. I absolutely love it. There's actually somebody dressed as Sasquatch there. We'll see him eventually walk across the screen. I guarantee it.
Maybe. He doesn't like to be seen on camera, so we'll see.
If they don't do it, I will be highly upset.
It'd be really funny if they just ran across real quick and that was the only time you saw him.
I mean, why even dress up if you're not going to run across the screen?
Well, because it's not for us.
It's for everybody.
All right, chat. Drop A 1 if you think Duane Johannsen wins tonight. Drop a 2 if you think John Husman gets the job done.
That's too hard to remember.
A 1 for Duane Johannsen, a 2 for John Husman.
Just say Duane or John. I mean,
oh my God.
too.
A 1 for Duane, a 2 for John. Is that better, Will?
Either way, I just wanted to put you in a bind here early.
Is that a better analogy?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We appreciate you joining us, everybody. Definitely in store for a good one. These Division II battles can be great. We all know it. John making it interesting here. Look at this now. Leaves the Bulls, so 3 marks needed for Duane on the Bulls to take the first leg. John leaves himself 3 as well.
Oh, Bull gets it done.
Yeah, capitalizes with that last dart.
And those are the types of situations, Will, where that's where Duane has been able to capitalize every match this season. When he has to hit it, he's hitting it, and he's not really giving the games back to his opponent. And that's why he's sitting here in the finals as the king seat holder, even with the 8th highest average.
Well, John gets a start here. Gonna have to make the best of it. 5 mark minimum is what we usually say in this format.
A 7 will do. Kevin Luke, hola, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Mr. McMartin is in there once again. South Dakota in the chat. I did rewatch Deadpool and Wolverine today, just because it seemed like the right thing to do. And that line of in beautiful downtown North Dakota to start off the whole thing when he's in the middle of nowhere in the woods is still one of my favorite underrated lines of the whole thing.
It's a pretty good one.
All right, DJ. Only a 1 mark. And no, he did not drop the Heartless moniker. We really made that difficult on Haley because she put Duane Johannsen twice.
Simple mistake, but we had to make the best of it.
That's how we roll. Is boom goes the dynamite. There's the first for John Husman.
Yeah, pretty good 9 mark there to pretty much lock in this leg. With that news from the PPD today, or Nick DeShare, we'll put it that way. Little singles action coming our way. That's going to be pretty neat to see in the singles league format.
I think that it was something that was in the works for a long time, and I think it's a great necessary step forward for PPD, and I'm very excited to see that take place. And because you got a lot of players that they have to rely on another partner to be able to play leagues and get the job done. Now you can play on your own time.
Exactly. Love it. Get involved today. dartstoc.com. Check out the map. Find your nearest location. Get involved in Partners Promoting Darts program.
Sign up for leagues right on that website.
John looking good in this leg. 1, 2, 3. Probably going to do it at that position of the first start. We'll see.
Still down a lot of points, though.
Oh, I figured he'd be able to potentially pop that triple with the last, but not quite. But let's be honest, this is going his way. He's got plenty of time.
Jordan goes, no. I think that's just defiance against us. And you know what? I don't appreciate it. I have no idea what Jordan's referring to, by the way. Just want to point that out. Yeah, how about this? We got a battle of Wisconsinite versus Washingtonian. Two of the more mouthfuls of nickname of where people are from.
Let's get the weirdest city award. Let's hear your weirdest town where you are from.
Well,
so you
man,
have
Wisconsin's
to be from
gonna
there.
win this.
You can't just start naming random stuff. Okay, guys, play by the rules. You have to actually be from there or have lived there.
Yeah, I don't have a weird one myself.
It'll probably be a Wisconsin town name for sure.
For sure.
Let's be honest. Come on, get some good ones in there.
Bourbon, Missouri is plain. Yeah.
That's
Prairie
a pretty
du
good one
Chien.
right up. That's a pretty good one right off the rip.
Crook, Colorado. New London. Different than Old London.
John trying to grab these 18s.
No, I'm just looking at the chat and looking at all these names, by the way. I'm not even paying attention.
I knew I'd get you. Just interesting.
It's the only way to shut me up. Puyallup? Washougal? Is that Shamoog? I don't know. Shamung? I don't know. I'm just reading off names.
Yeah,
I don't know either.
There's some goodies in there. Good job, you guys. Way to represent and kind of show out for that one. That was good. That was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah, my Fishers is
Lame.
mine. Yeah, it's very lame.
Lame.
Okay, Wichita. Don't even start with me.
Yeah, it's a decent sized town at least. Anyway.
First of all, I don't want to hear it. My town, I have to say I'm from the north side of Indianapolis so that I don't get like weird looks from people that judge me harshly for being from Fishers, even though I'm not from that side of Fishers, you know.
Oh, just a
That
little
was right
bit
there.
arf from a 9.
We got 2 people from Puyallup. Including Miss Caroline. That's a good double on the last start from Duane.
Great double.
John Flyer on the second dart. Easy to do when you're trying to just set it on top of the first dart. I feel like there could be weirder names than what we've seen so far.
I kind of threw in that they have to be from there, and that kind of halted some people. Come on.
I mean, for sure. For sure.
If not, these Wisconsinites would be going crazy.
Always. Well, just bring Porky in. He'll be like, he'll just make up names.
He tends to do that to me. Tuning in from blah, 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 blah. Can you say it? No. Well,
I can say blah, 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 blah.
front runner here. He takes a look at the 15s and then back up. Duane's still looking for one of those really good legs on the board. He's been having, a couple 3s. So time to put in a mid-4 plus here. Looking promising to do it here.
Yeah, 4.86. He'll take that. And he'll take wins on his throw all day long. That gets him to a last leg decider. And as long as he has the advantage, like he was about to right there, the pressure's not on him, right? And pressure remains on John to not get broken.
Yeah, it's key here in this format. Just hold when you have throw. Take advantage of those given opportunities against, and you'll be quite all right to get the win. One needed.
Intercourse PA is definitely a good one. Big ball hit there from Duane Johannsen, 4.27 to a 4.13. Still not up there on their averages that they would typically be throwing, but it's early in the final. There's a couple good Indiana towns that would be in the running. Floyd's Knob is an actual town in Indiana.
He's been trying to grab the triple 20 there, unable to find. So only 3 could be a door opening opportunity for Duane. 6 mark on the 19s, even a 4 mark. You could take a look.
He did.
I think you have to.
I agree.
I mean, kind of establish yourself early as early as you can.
Good last start from John. A needed last start, but I would say he's in a little bit of trouble early on in this leg.
I'd say so. Duane, you can see him looking at the ground, trying to make the best of every opportunity here. Oh, still going to take a shot, and look at that. No register on that last dart.
Yeah, that's because it was way outside. I think they hit the numbers of the 20.
Still, at least give me something. A miss. Give me a hell out way outside. I don't care. Just something, man.
I had a fun one today where I threw what I thought was a bullseye and it said miss.
I mean, even a miss. I mean, that's better than nothing at all.
Yeah, I mean the question mark is definitely the worst, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. I mean, that's the key here. It's just like you have to have some notion of you were close. You need kind of that, especially like dart 1 or 2. If that happened, you need kind of your guide, your marker dart. So that's always difficult especially when you go double outside and there's nothing on the board.
Right. Which is kind of how these boards are built, where if you throw it outside the double,
yep,
it most of the time will bounce off there and not leave a marker.
Exactly it. There's no give on that those outer segment.
No, there is not.
Duane, perfect opportunity. First dart, I'm taking that 20.
Back down. I mean,
best
he is
you can do there.
He's hitting those 19s like it's candy on a end table for a dog. Just lapping them up.
That was a weird analogy for sure, but we'll take it. Haley is like the first one to say it.
Haley would rather me mention cats, apparently. So
she likes cats, of course.
So does Duane Johannsen. Fun fact. He has a lot of cats. Guess how many cats Duane Johannsen has, Will?
Let's hear it.
I said guess.
3.
More.
No, thank you. Duane, no. Absolutely not, Duane.
I like how you're like, this is over 3. That's ridiculous.
This isn't a zoo, my guy. Come on. How many does he have?
8.
Oh my!
Will's gone. rescues. He takes good care of them.
Hey, that is great, but 8 cats? Oh my goodness, I could not.
Everybody's got to have a hobby, you know? And you're right. I absolutely could not handle 8 cats.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Shannon, we got you.
I mean, hey, good on you guys. I could not do it. 2 dogs is enough, let alone, I mean, power to you guys. You guys. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Shannon, we're not hating on that. It's just it's honestly it's impressive. Unless you like own like a horse barn and like most of them are like barn cats, like 8 is just an insane amount of house cats. In a very impressive way that you take care of them. Multiple levels in their house, all right? So calm down. It's not like it's a single story.
I didn't think it would be. All righty, back to this matchup here. Duane looking promising against throw, and this is what we talked about. Just hold, and then kind of take advantage when you can up against it. You can see 5.10 for Duane, 3.63 currently for John.
Is it a coincidence that we mentioned his cats and he throws a 5.10? I don't know. I don't think so. Lizzie has 2 dogs and 2 cats, and she wants more.
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, we had 2 dogs. Unfortunately, we had to, one was getting a little bit old and having some issues. So unfortunately, we had to make that decision. So yeah, I'm making sure to give extra walks to Tito currently because he lost his best friend too. So
yeah,
I'm making sure to go through that one. But I totally understand the love of a pet, and I've always had a dog myself, at least one. Ever since I was a little boy.
Yeah, I've typically had pets in my life. I do not currently. Technically, I have 2 daughters. I know they're not really pets, but let's be honest, they are not. One of them not potty trained, so that counts as a puppy, and and the other one, and they both need water constantly, and food, so they might as well. They want to play outside.
Same.
I'm keep going. I can keep going.
Same. Look at Duane go here. Wow, takes care of the corner pockets. 119-point advantage for him here. This is to go 3-1 ahead. Oh, just see Shannon's. We used to have a cat that would steal his darts. They would bounce out of the board. That is phenomenal. Yeah, I know cats do have like an infatuation with flights for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the sound they make. Of course, the color as well. Come on.
Well, there you go. 488 from Duane Johannsen takes that early 3-1 lead over John Husman. That has been a daunting task all season long for a player to come back on, and especially against Duane Johannsen, as it has not happened.
Yeah, I mean, just two pretty. I mean, leg 3 was okay for Duane, but a pretty good leg there, and leg number 4 of a 4.88. That'll do. John has to take this leg. You would say it's a good first start. I think you stay there for more myself, but however you want to do it.
He ended up going back up there. I think the confidence is good. Probably best case scenario if you're going to miss start 2. And I know that was an obvious statement now that I said it.
I don't know. I mean, technically not. Some people may not feel that way. That's see fair. It a lot in your like level 4s, level 3s as well, that people get tempted to go around the board, because those are kind of close point games rather than long extended pointing games. So yeah, I think that's very well some people's thought.
And plus, they get to see Leonard Yates do it just so easily all the time.
And you get tempted by that. I mean, now we see, and I won't say Mike's the reason why we call it the Maloney double, but we're starting to see more and more people attack the doubles now in cricket. And I think it just makes sense with the transition of the game currently at the elite levels, your PDC levels. And I mean, you're seeing it in here on CSC Challenger Series. I mean, why not? It's a bigger segment. It makes sense. If you need to, you should be attacking and practicing those double 20s, those double 16s, double 18s. Those are essential doubles. So yeah.
Yeah, now that I play a double in, double out split league, I do also shoot doubles in cricket now if I have a mark on singles. I never hit them, but I do shoot at them all the time. And that's important.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, we're getting into like heavy duty dart season here, right? We got Whammo coming up for you. You got NDA next weekend.
Just a lot of events closing out before the summertime. Summer, you kind of get that little 1 month, 2 month of kind of a lull, and then you pick it back up again. August, September, October. Those months right there are really prime dart months.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then the lull for the summer, right? It makes sense. There's a lot of golfers that play darts.
Everybody wants to go outside too.
And then it becomes golf season, you know?
Yep. Everybody wants to be outside rather than inside when it's summer and nice in there. I mean, especially in Wisconsin, you think about that. They only get like 3 months of sunshine. Come on.
They get more months of sunshine. It's really cold on their face with the other sunshine.
Yeah, I was not looking forward when I saw the weather forecast next week for Whammo. Well, it's not next week, but I was looking ahead for like some potential weather, and like at night it's going to be like 40 degrees, 41, high of like 55. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not bad, but it could be a little bit warmer at night.
Yeah, especially with Whammo, where you're heading back to the hotel or whatever, and it's after midnight. We're close to it.
Yeah. Only one there for Duane, as John's going to look to take the advantage away on those 18s. If you can consider it even an advantage. It's just really a house at this given time. John well out in front.
So you just walk it over. Yep, 21 18s.
That is it. Push him to the 17s. And he'd have to stay for all three, and that 3 isn't going to be enough to regain a point lead. So smart play for John just to go ahead and stick it out for one more big point on the 20s.
And if you're Duane, there's no panic whatsoever in this.
Oh, no, exactly. You've got a two-leg advantage here now. And that's key. Even if he gets one, you have throw to go ahead and press it your way one more time. Excuse me.
Well, there's the Cricket 200 part of the 200. Or the 200 part of the name Cricket 200. He has a 200-point lead. He can't get more than that. So now the marks will count, but the points will not. Now the points will count again. Now they will count a lot. Now they'll count for a whole lot as we get a boom goes the Wisconsinite. For Duane Johannsen, the first of the evening for him. That's only the second 9 mark so far tonight.
Yeah, big stuff there. Hey, I need to take a second here. I think we all need to take a moment and spread some love, some congratulations here, because, man, Danny Baggish, brother. What an absolute story for him. We all know what he's been kind of going through. He's been involved with our commentary crew, and did the TOC commentary with us. Big shout out to him for making that trek overseas, participating in the international pairs, doing well, but then winning Group A of the Motus Super Series today. Man, that's absolutely massive for him in his career.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, for him, it gives him that positive feedback of not only can you still do this, but you can still do this at the highest level. And when it's on the line, right? And you still have that bottle, you still have that nerve that has been one of his staples to the brilliance of his game for a long time. And yeah, I mean, I think both of us are blessed to call him a friend. And it's really cool to see our friends succeed on big scale stages. And yeah, it's really cool. I got emotional when he got emotional in his interview, and you could see Scott Mitchell do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that pairs team of Danny and Danny, I was surprised that they were expected to get last in their group, because I didn't think that was possible. No matter who was in the group, that's a darn good team. And yeah, Danny has just shown up and shown out the last 2 weeks at Modus. Yeah. It's been really cool to see.
Big stuff. Big congratulations, my man. Everybody show some love in the chat for him. And I'm sure he'll probably be getting back involved in this CSC Challenger Series, possibly Partners Promoting Arts, or maybe stepping behind the mic again. We'll find out. Whatever comes Danny's way.
Yep.
He's got a new chapter every other day. Let me tell you. So.
And he's annoyingly good at every chapter.
Yeah, you're dang right, dude. I told him it's annoying how you can just not even touch a dart in months and then pick it up and shoot a 98 average. Like, come on. Anyway, look at this little back and forth tussle here. John Husman finds 820 points with a 6 mark there. Pushes the advantage his way, but not fully out of it. Going to be a full commitment on the 17s here for Duane to try to regain. But back and forth here on this one. Oh, my goodness. Come on.
7 mark to follow. Takes a 7-point lead. Ridiculous. Yeah, this is a battle. Round 12 to 20. Yep. Yeah. We both saw it at the same time.
Oh, you got to, because you know they've been pointing it out here on this 20s and 17s for a minute. They haven't really moved off those numbers since we started talking about Danny.
And John can't move off the number now. Yeah, and that was a frustration. Real opportunity here for Duane. And with how smooth he is on the transitions from bottom to top, I almost expect the trip 20 to go in on dart 2. Although he might take the first 2 at the 17s before looking. Yeah. Oh, just pulls into the 5s.
Big time round here.
Let's also shout out Dawson Marshall, right? Because he's also not been doing a whole lot of competitive play over the last few years. And
just kidding.
And for him to get second place in Group A and push Danny. But I will say this. I learned one thing, very, very important thing today, and that is you cannot rely on Joe Club 401 to give you accurate predictions on how the results are going to be as the matches are going on.
Definitely not.
Because I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess Dawson's got this in the bag based on his earlier posts. And then all of a sudden I see Danny wins the group and I'm like, what? All right, sweet. That's awesome.
Okay. Well, look at this from John. Steals the 16s, now onto the 15s. Trying to put max pressure on, and he does so. Looking like he may come out alive here in this leg after all. It was looking pretty testy there for a little while.
See, David's given up on his friend already. He goes, all right, I'm out. I can't watch this. Duane's getting better, and John is off. Hope John will make a match out of this. It's just funny that, I get it, right? From a fan and from a friend perspective. It is so easy to be like, all right, this is annoying to me to watch. But it's 3-2. John does end up scrapping away that win. That's a big scrap. You cannot go down more than 2, or else Duane has this in the bag.
You kind of think so. Let's see what Duane comes out here with on the 20s. That's going to be key.
A reminder, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Long format. John should not have any panic in him right this second. Especially Division II players. And because they can get hot and continue to stay hot for like 4 or 5 legs straight while their opponent is unable to do so. And that's all either player needs for this thing to be over.
We see at any given moment they can come out and throw some heat, right? So you're totally right in that regard. You just never know when that's going to kick on and how long it will potentially last. Will it be only a couple legs? Will it be 5 or 6? That 5 or 6 can very well carry you to a win.
Absolutely. All right. So I have to ask, how many seconds into you putting that in your mouth did you regret it?
I've been off and on since the start.
I know you've been mooning me.
It's a piece of neurogum. Trying to get some energy up, brother.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get some energy.
I didn't know what it was. It looked like you put like a snack in your mouth. I was like, oh,
thanks for calling me out, brother. Thanks for calling me out on my neurogum. Appreciate it.
Well, I mean, listen.
Neurogum, the only gum you need to keep your energy up. Neurogum, the official sponsor of Partners Promoting Darts and USA Darts. Hopefully they don't mind that, but unofficially, officially. We'll take our sponsor money whenever you can.
That's okay. I think I can say this now in jest, but Nick and I did not know that the 2,000 viewer thing was only for that one match, and then the next week it was above 2,000 as well, and we basically forced PBD into another night of
way to go
DRTs. Speaking of which, though, there was that huge announcement for the Pirates Bounty DRTs that's going to be taking place on Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time. 64 team doubles, 8.0 NPR cap, spot marks handicap, 10 times the amount that typically wins. So $1,400 to first place, $1,000 to second place, $600 to third. Fourth place gets $376, and those are fantastic payouts for one tournament. I can tell you that much.
Great payouts indeed. Well, Duane, you've got an option here to keep this going your way. See, he takes the 18s early, but misses out on the big 17. You got to collect there.
I still think John has to open up a new wedge before he can attack the 17s. He thinks so too. Is he staying or moving? Yep.
Wow.
Still advantage Duane.
That's...
You okay?
No, I'm very disappointed.
Why?
My wife texted me 20 minutes ago at the start of this, knowing I was working, and hits me with, "Hey, you want anything from Brahms?" And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great. I text her, as soon as I got it, and she said, "You're 20 minutes too late." And I said, "You just didn't get me anything." Like, I'm going to say yes. Why wouldn't you just grab something?
Yep.
What kind of devil does that?
A wife.
No, you the devil. All right, back to this match. So disappointing.
That woman is the devil.
I'm just disappointed.
Roman asking, where is this? Well, it depends on who you're talking to. But John Husman is playing out of Washington State. He's in Tacoma, Washington at All Season Sports Pub. Duane Johannsen is playing at Bullshooter Saloon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or Milwaukee, if you want to pronounce it the correct way. And I am in Fishers, Indiana. Will is in Wichita, Kansas. Haley is in Sullivan, Missouri, our producer. And the fans are from all over the world.
All right. Fun one for the chat. Where would you rather live? Wichita, Kansas, Sullivan, Missouri, or Fishers, Indiana?
That's an interesting one because all three suck. All three suck.
Put it in the chat.
The main issue with it being, if you want to pick Fishers, Indiana, is that it's one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country and has been for the last 20 years. And but we do have everything. We have everything in Fishers that you can possibly think of. It's kind of like if it can exist outside of a certain state and be in another state, it's in Fishers. But we also do have to compete against Carmel next door, who has a high school of like 7,000, 8,000 kids. And yeah, they're like first in the country in max prep rankings, and by a lot. So can I get more options? Is what Lizzie said.
Nope. Those
none
are
for Justin
Hightower.
Hightower.
You have to choose one. Can't be none. Anyway, Duane, pretty extensive. I'm just sitting here looking at these chats. Just
no one has picked any of those three options.
Duane with a pretty big advantage here. 480 plays 391. Does he go ahead and does he take a play for the corners here?
Yeah. After the first dart, and the second dart, and the third.
Didn't even take maybe next shot. Round. I was about to say, I don't know if he's going to. I think the smarter play is to go ahead and hold true on the 17s, get the max value for him, force John to make a decision on whether he does or whether he just goes ahead and tries to hammer out a 9 himself. John needs to make that last play. Yep, at the 17s, unsuccessful. So now you attack if you're Duane. Woo-hoo.
Good 7 mark there from Duane. He does do his job in that round. John is throwing the 4-2-0. Indiana, not one of those states that can celebrate that number. Those are all over the place for Duane.
Yeah, really a scattered grouping there. And I don't know. John's got to be perfect here, and it ain't going to happen.
No, but that's going to put a lot of pressure here on Duane.
Yeah, it will. Going to have to keep it straight and collect on these bowls. Needs 3.
This is where Duane has been so impressive this season. Oh, 1 hole out of the double on that one. But now, John, he needs 3.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah.
By 1 point. Oh, no. And he missed into single 10 on the last start.
Oh,
Duane dodges a bullet.
That little ricochet off the barrel got him. Yeah, you're praying to the good Lord above if you're Duane, thinking, I got away with one here.
Yeah, that's good clean living is what that is. He's won 2 legs now with a 3+ average. That is something that usually never happens in our Division II of the CSC, and it's happened twice so far tonight. But winning's winning. And Duane's up 4-2.
These averages are, they're nothing special. Yeah. They're nothing to rave about. Let's be fair. Duane, 4.21. John, currently 4.32. A little scrappy battle here in our final.
Yeah, both those averages would be in the bottom half of our averages of Division II this season.
Well, one player can just, put forth a, couple decent MPRs. They'll be fine to get this job done and win the match. It's just who's gonna be the one to do that.
Yeah, expect one of these players to heat up, if not both of them.
Well, it's tough. You've been, this has been built up. Now it's a final. A lot on the line here for first or second, so it's hard. There's a little bit of pressure. Everybody's watching, but that's been the case. Everybody's been watching you for a few weeks now.
And even though these guys are a lot of miles away from each other, they would probably consider each other friends since they played in the TOC finale with each other. And I can tell you what, that's one quick way to become friends with someone. When you got that much amount of money on the line and you have yourself a pretty decent partner, that's a friendship for life if you can get pretty far in the tournament.
Friends? There's no friends in darts. No way.
But there are always partners, and that's the problem.
Oh, there we go. True.
David says it's far away from Nick to share. Well, that would be Will then. And honestly, that's a pretty good answer.
Wichita's not bad. It's not great. It ain't bad, though.
I would pick Indiana out of those three, by the way.
I'm sure.
And it's not because I'm Homer,
No, it's because you wear your state on your hat, dude. That's why you pick Indiana.
First of all, this hat's awesome. Second of all,
kind of lame. Kind of lame. Kind of lame.
How's it kind of lame?
Kind of lame.
You're just mad because if you had Kansas on yours,
they wouldn't even know it was Kansas. You could go Superior with a USA hat, or you could go Indiana and satisfy one state out of many. Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Boom goes the dynamite for Duane Johannsen.
I'm so glad that's going to make the cut. Like, that is the most sense I've ever made, and yes.
Well, there you go. John Husman wins it with a 5-4. That one was a little bit more of a heat check for John, but 4-3 heading into the break, Will. Not a whole lot between them except for Duane with really the only advantage. But anything can happen here after the break.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, kind of Duane wanted this to be a little bit more of a differential than it is. So we'll see where we end up after these quick interviews with our players. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Duane Johannsen. I shoot for Reds Novelty, and I'll be playing out of Bullshooter Saloon in Milwaukee.
When we last spoke, you were about to take on Brad Gollin for the King's seat. Tell me about that match and how it went down from your perspective.
Well, I recall we got a little bit later start because we had some really bad storms that night, which I think helped me out a little bit because he was a little slow to start. I built up a little bit of a cushion, and then it was just a battle from, I think, the fourth game on. I think it was a really good match. It was fun to shoot it.
Tonight, your opponent will be John Husman. He's probably going to be the toughest opponent that you've faced so far. He's played more games than anyone else in the season. And what are your thoughts going in to face him tonight?
Well, funny enough, I met John last year down in Kansas City. He was my finale partner. So I got to meet him and his lovely wife down there. Super nice guy. Good dart shot. Both of them are fabulous people. I'd like to thank my wife and son for supporting me through this whole thing and get me back and forth. Bullshooter Saloon for letting me shoot out of there. Reds Novelty for making this possible in the first place. I also want to thank Booyah Darts and DJ, Jeremy, and Rob for supporting me also. And then all the people out there who congratulated me and well-wished me for tonight. I didn't realize I had that much support out there. I really appreciate it. It means more to me than I think a lot of you guys know. You hear stuff, but you don't believe it because nobody actually says anything. So, I mean, I try to carry myself, but, a lot of people take you the wrong way when you're actually shooting, because you're focused on what you're trying to do. So when you actually hear it from people that you don't know or never met, it kind of makes you feel good that you're carrying yourself the right way.
That's a good way to start. Big 180. Jen and I will be having a little competition based on our signature barrels here. So just a reminder, definitely purchase my barrels. Just leave hers alone for a little bit so I can get up on the ante, and then we'll call it good. But in the end, she supports me as well. I know she agrees I do have the better barrel, right, Jen? That's right, Will. Thanks, Jen. Now go purchase your barrels today, folks.
Hi, my name's John Husman. I'm playing at an all-season sports pub in Tacoma, Washington, and I play for WWDL.
We just saw you last week when you and Brad Gollin battled it out for third place. Tell us about that match and what it felt like to win.
I was super excited to play Brad. I've followed a few of his games. I don't know him personally, like I said, but we've talked back and forth. And I know his ability. He was going through everybody in the winner's bracket until he met Duane. And I knew it was going to be a tough match. And I expected it to go all the way to 17 games. Unfortunately for him, he had that mishap in game, 15. Only started with the 2 mark. That was fortunate for me. It should have went 17 games. I really expected it to be. He's a heck of a player. And I felt fortunate to win. When I went up by 2 games against Brad, I had a burst and rush of adrenaline that just, my heartbeat must have been 150 miles an hour, and I had to take like 3 or 4 deep breaths at the line and regroup, because it was crazy. I've never felt like that. It was just an adrenaline rush playing Brad last week. It was fun. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be the same thing against Duane.
I do just want to say that it meant a lot to Brad that you reached out and called him. It is really easy, especially on the male side of the sport, for the camaraderie to get lost in the competition. I really just want to commend you for doing that, and I hope others see your example and do the same.
Yeah, no, I've reached out to a few opponents this season and tried to talk to them after the match. I talked to Nathaniel after our first match, and he was amazing. I talked to Shay Cole when we were done, and she was disappointed, and I told her don't be, because she played amazing against me. I sent Duane a text yesterday saying how excited I was to play against him, so he responded with a nice text back. So it was good. And I'll call him, win or lose. I'll call him after our match. I think that's nice to do that. I think it's just shows respect for the other player.
Speaking of Duane Johannsen, he told me you were finale partners at TOC this past year. That's a wild coincidence.
Duane Johannsen seems like a really nice guy. Never played against him, but I have fortunately played with him. Him and I were partners at the TOC finale last year. We got drawn together, and it's a coincidence that we're here in the finals together. We should have did a lot better in that finale. If it wasn't for me and my mishaps, I think we would have did a lot better, but Duane shot well. I'm looking forward to this match because he takes chances. He's a very aggressive player, which is going to make me, I think, play a more traditional game and keep on the points. I don't know. We'll have to see what he does this time, but he's a very aggressive player, and I'm looking forward to this like crazy. I'm super excited. I wish I could play right now. I would like to thank my beautiful wife, Yelena, and my 2 kids for watching and supporting me. I'd like to thank Lon Mendy and Christian Broussard at All Season Sports Bar for giving us the best place in the area to play. My sponsors, Monsta and Dart Militia, Chris Trinidad, and Jeju Anthony Barbera, 1080 Dart Company in Missoula, Montana. Thank you for your support, and everybody that checks in with me and sends me good luck messages, and thank you all, and hope to see everybody there at the bar tonight, and all my friends. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. My name's John Husman, and you're watching the CSC Challenger Series.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's check out the conclusion of this battle between Duane Johannsen and John Husman. It's been a pretty good battle so far. Duane just slightly edging out John here 4-3, but I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah, I appreciate that introduction, Will. I am extremely happy to be back here for the tail end of this match. It is going to be an epic finish. I think that Squatch needs to stop hiding in the woods. He needs to come out into the open and show back up at this point in time, because if he doesn't, Duane Johannsen's going to win this. But only a 2-mark opening for Duane. So right away, the door swings open for John. We talk about this every single week Will, that the important legs 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, those are the important ones, right? You never know what will happen in those legs, but they can be massive to get you to the overall win. We will see. So far, John, though, I mean, takes advantage of the opportunity. Duane trying to deliver right back. How about 9 mark number 2 for him?
Huge 9 from DJ. Burning the JR. They both have only 2 apiece. And I say that just because John has been crushing 9 marks this season. It's a wee bit surprising to see him only have 2. But he's also been throwing a little bit scrappier than we've seen. And yeah, the GR reads spoiling the results of Modus. That's like saying, like, if we said that Iron Man is gonna die at the end of Endgame, like, you'd be upset about that. Like, that's how much time has passed equivalently to when you should have already watched that. Like, that's not even our fault anymore.
You want to know how Game of Thrones ends?
Dumb. Ends very, very, very dumb.
How about The Sopranos? I can tell you that one too. Don't
That
even
one
get me
ends a lot
started
better.
on that one. Did you just say that one ends a lot better?
Better than Game of Thrones? Yeah, I would say
I don't
so.
know about that. I don't know about that. A lot of people hated
mean,
The Sopranos ending.
We can't talk about it. So
No, we need to stop right now before we get in a lot of trouble with our audience. Look at John going for the 9, maybe going for the 8.
he was trying to get frosty. But
It's
Squatch
time.
is starting to show back up.
It's time to get frosty, frosty, frosty.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands.
I about messed up, so I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. Okay.
That's amazing. Who cares this time? Is that what you said?
Oh my goodness. All right. Duane needs to go ahead and make a decision here. Do you go ahead and go for the 16 or just straight close at 17? And I like this decision. Go ahead and attack the 16s first. He has been pretty successful in the 17 so far tonight, but yeah, they're just, I think you need to find something. It still may get turned on you here, but it's nice to have a wedge your way. There's no guarantee that you would have really, I mean, it's easy as 1, 2, 3, but there's no guarantee that he wouldn't have just, produced one right back on you. A 5 mark would have done the job. So,
and I agree with you. With how well he's been hitting the 17s, I like that shot in that situation. And again, it's also because he has a whole match lead, and right now he has the advantage game wise to be able to take those risks.
no.
He went for the double there, but he also played it safe, which I'm okay with. Husman, I'm a little bit surprised he's not trying to get rid of the 16 at some point. I like the high ground part of that, and I like the fact that there's an X on the 17, so stay there and point as much as you can. But at some point, you got to take a risk as well.
Well, especially with the X on your 17s, right?
Yeah.
And you being down a leg, you'd essentially want to try to close that out as quick as possible. As you can see, John now has no 17s. Now he has the decision. Do you close the 16s or you go ahead and grab the 15s? You have to grab the 15s, man. You just have to.
Yep.
And you can see already kind of talking to himself just a little bit there. Under pressure with this dart. Big dart.
It's a huge hit.
But he's still in a tight situation here. I mean, what is it? 32 points here. So, I mean, ideally, if Duane capitalized on that first start triple, he'll take a look here. But he could be tempted after just, surely you got to now. I'm going to say he had the added benefit of 2/16 gives him a tie, where if you really wanted to take a shot, you could. It's kind of a dumb look, to be fair, but you could do it if you really wanted to.
See if John stays or it goes back over to 16s here. 16s hit. This could be a big moment in this match. It would bring it back on throw. 5 bulls needed and a trip 15. He doesn't do any of that there.
No, he does not. John looking to take the leg here. Throwing a 5+ currently.
That'll do.
That is a very good leg of darts. He backs that 5.40 up with a 5.10, and that is what I'm talking about. That is big darts there.
Yep. That's that heat. And honestly, that's what we've seen out of him all season long since he lost the first match.
I think Duane needs to make a statement in this leg.
Well, that's a statement.
That's a great opener. Best you can do. Oh, I guess I could do, a full one. I guess I could do a 180. There you go, Haley. I said I was going to do it earlier. I didn't give it the full rest spray, but it'll work.
I can't do the full rest spray, or else my neighbors above me will probably bang on the ceiling.
Your voice will go out too. I don't know how that guy's so.
Oh man,
he's got to be doing the cough drops all the time.
Dude, I sing heavy metal music in my car all day long. I'm good. My voice is fine.
Well,
I can bring out that growl real quick.
How about this back and forth here? 7-0, 8-0. And we're going to keep on chugging.
Yeah, it's always good when you can say only a 5. That's more like it for Division 2. And the averages are going up slightly, leg by leg, which we definitely expected when the averages were as poor as they were early on in this match.
Going up a touch. Still a little work to be done.
Well, that's what legs like this are for.
That is exactly it. Hold true, though.
Yep.
And look at John go. Oh, solid 6, but as you can see, 57 points down here against those 20s. If I'm Duane, 1 at the 20s and take those 17s away.
He'll do 2. Yeah, that's just his.
That's just what he's been doing.
Yeah, the math doesn't math there, but that's just how he's played.
No, it is true to how he's been playing this season. It's what got him to the seat. Why deviate from it?
2 at points, 1 at close. That's his ball game. And that's the type of strategy that really it's hard to go wrong with.
It is, but sometimes you just gotta go ahead and 1-2 pop that if you need to. I don't know. You could collect on dart number 2 on that triple, and then you're A-okay. You just don't know. I think that sometimes you gotta commit.
Yeah.
I know it's a 4-4 game, but you gotta sometimes surprise your opponent. If they've been watching on, they kind of know what you're used to. Granted, the ball's in your court, essentially, right? It is because you have those 20s, but
let's call a spade a spade. If you're averaging a 6.2 with the throw in Division II of the CSC Challenge Series and you lose that leg, you say congratulations to your opponent, great leg, because that's something that's going to change that outcome.
Yeah.
But also, if I'm throwing a 5-2 against the throw, I feel like I should be pushing my opponent a lot more than John is here in this leg. And that's just a testament to how both players are throwing.
Well, Duane, 99 points here. Whatever you want to do. I like that decision.
Mm-hmm. I liked all three of those decisions.
Great play. Great play. Trying to make this 5-4, folks. I don't know. We could just keep going back and forth. We could end up at a last league decider here. Will we go the distance into next week for another matchup? Or does this end right here? What do you think in the chat? Did it change from what you were initially thinking? Are you holding true with your thoughts? Yeah. What do you think?
Well, that was a dead center bowl. 5-4-5 to 4-7-1 in that leg. And Duane does stop the bleeding. However, it's still now on throw, right? John has brought it back to on throw. Getting back that break from earlier.
The best leg of the night, though.
Yep. Both players are starting to throw a lot better. And that's what happens, right? It's so often, and I wish this would happen more to me, but it doesn't because I'm terrible and I never bring down people to my level. But a lot of players will like feed off each other, right? When they're throwing well, the other one's throwing well. When they're throwing poorly, the other one seems to take a step off the gas pedal a little bit. It's very rare that you see someone just completely blow someone out in a leg if they're struggling and they're throwing and the other person's throwing extremely well for an entire match. Bill says this ends tonight, and he's sitting there right behind Duane Johannsen.
Definitely work to be done from both parties if they want to commit to either option, whether it ends here or John wins this matchup and forces the last ditch effort. It's been a good season 10. We've had some great matchups. No doubt about it. We've had some terrible matchups too that have just been one-sided affairs. Let's be honest. It hasn't been the full, I don't know, how would I say it?
Kit and caboodle?
Yeah, usually we get the, a lot of these extreme matchups are just, they're always last leg deciders or two legs off. And we find ourselves in these interesting, back and forth battles. But this season just kind of seemed a little bit different for us. So not a lot of those last leg deciders happened in general across our season, let alone in stream matches.
No, absolutely. And the weird part, right, is that it'd be really close up until the break.
Yes.
And it was after the break when one of the players would just pull away.
Yeah.
And that's happened way more often than not. All right, chat, we're going to see if you're alive here and still with us. So again, I'm going to have you drop a number here. Drop that 1 if you have Duane winning. Drop a 2 if you have John winning. I think right now either answer is not a bad one. Drew throwing in a 3 right away. Appreciate that, Drew. It's impressive. He thinks everyone wins, which is fine. That's a good way to think about things. Aaron goes 2, maybe 1.
Well, look at this from John. Right when you have a leg of a 5-4-5, John's going to try to throw something a little bit better at you. Currently at a 5-6, needing the 2 bulls.
It'd be so nice to be able to throw like Duane. Like just that nice, smooth. That looks pure from like as a partner too.
Right.
Like you're there in person. Caleb Broussard in there. That's a Broussard I've not heard of. Saying, let's go, John. Gonna guess part of the family.
Gotta be.
So there you go, 5-5.
Tied up once again.
I'd say it was probably, this is interesting because usually the Wisconsinites are heavy supporters, and I would say that it's probably 2-1 in favor of John.
A lot of people know that John's been making this heavy run on the backside here, and I mean, just overall NPR, it screams John. I mean, just stats wise too, it screams that John can get this done here and force the decider.
Jeff letting me know. What's up, Jeff, by the way? That now is it Kayla or is it Kyla? Because that could go either way. But apparently she met you this weekend.
Yeah.
Or this past weekend.
Yeah, met a few people there at the plaza. That was a fun event. And yeah, good seeing some of those folks that maybe I don't normally or typically get to see. It was a fun one. So yeah, enjoyed that. No doubt.
Oh, so because you were there in person, and two of the players that we were debating on Monday were also there with you in person. This question was asked on Monday night. Obviously, Phil Taylor is the greatest of all time for steel tip until Luke keeps playing. Who would you say is that for soft tip?
Oh, that's a toughie, right? Because you'd have to throw. I mean, Phil was a great soft tip player as well.
Yeah, but we're going off of like awards, right? The accomplishments of soft tip.
Got to be Paul or Boris.
That's exactly the two that we were saying.
Yeah.
So now that you've seen them both in person and saw them both in person this past weekend.
Well, yeah, Boris is still quite the player. Paul is he has his moments, right? So
yeah,
Paul is a legend, no doubt. But I think Boris still has the ceiling that you don't know where he can still go. I think you have to choose Boris as the overall. I think he's the number one right now. I don't know who has the most titles, but
it's probably
tough.
Boris, if we're being honest.
I think he's up there. I think he's up there, man. I think it's one or two, Paul or him. But you got to remember, there's a lot of good U.S. players that were on that elite, level for quite some time. Your Randy Van Derschen, your Scott Kirshner's, your Benny Dersh's, those guys.
Alex Reyes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At one time, Alex was up there as well. So yeah, and there's still a few people that didn't get the opportunity. I think you never know. You never know how things can go. So I'm liking the current status of darts right now, and
yes,
and where things could go for us here in North America, whether it be Canada or USA. Man, the future is bright. Whether it's soft tip, steel tip, just get involved. If you're a youngster, just play.
Yeah, start playing now. Start playing now because you're gonna hit the peak timing, I think, for darts in the U.S. and for North America, because it keeps going on the rise. I don't see how it doesn't just get bigger and bigger with the events that are starting to come here and the players that are starting to come over a lot more often again. Big darts there from DJ. Scrap your leg, 483 to a 46. Advantage Duane. Andy still wants that Boom Goes the Michigander jersey. I'm surprised people still ask for their state jerseys. Jake, I'm actually not sure what you're talking about. However, if it was something where the dart registered a triple and the dart was in the single, there is a player advantage that PBD uses where the board doesn't lie. So if it's in the triple and registered as a single, you get to take that as the triple. Or if vice versa, if it hits the single and it registers as a triple, you get that triple. Just keep saying speeding up a little bit for the most part. And also what it really does is it eliminates the like cheating aspect of that, right? Like it's an advantage that both players have the option of, and just kind of unmuddies that whole situation. I love how Bob is saying that, and they're on two different platforms. So that means you just heard me say, like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, yeah, whatever it was, just. But it's a lot of people who watch us, and I forget this sometimes, right? That rule in place for PBD because it is a unique one. Like we do have a few unique rules that are just PBD specific. That is one of them.
I do like getting called youngster in the chat, though. That's pretty cool.
Dude, you and me both.
Considering we're 34 and 38. Is that right? No, 39? You're maybe 80
I'm
now.
38. Calm down. Calm down. I'm 38.
That is pretty cool these days.
Boom goes the dynamite. John Husman. It might not matter, though. It won't matter, though. It could.
Yeah, I mean, it could play a factor here. We'll see. If I'm John, you commit to a couple 16s. Maybe take that look at the 19s with Dart 3.
Yeah, I like getting rid of the 19s here.
I kind of like that as well. I think that's a play that you force Duane's hand into the 16s, 15s, a corner pocket. But yeah, I mean, Duane has hit that very well. Shot, I mean, twice tonight, I believe. Just quick punch on the 16s over to the 15s.
But we also know how Duane plays. 2 at points, 1 at close. So if you want to alleviate that strategy from him being able to use his strategy that keeps him comfortable, get rid of that number. Worst case scenario is you go into it and you're down in points and you need more than 3 bulls, obviously. And you have no numbers to point on anymore, and Duane only needs 2 bulls or 1 bull. But is he going to do that super often? No. I think it's a risk worth taking. Otherwise, you're eventually just going to get lapped like he's doing right now. Nice. See that from Texas Badman? VFW 9190. We have players on the boards every day and play others all over the country. Not one of us is under 50.
That's great. Now get the younger generation involved if you can do it. That's where we really need to find the success. And I mean, we're struggling to do that still. I mean, there's some great youth events and youth participation out there, but I think we still need to find that next gear in order to get this game to that generation that we really want it to be involved in. I think that, yeah, the success of Littler and seeing that across the pond is great, but still got to convert that into our school systems and whatnot. It's a grind, but we're starting to see some success there.
Yeah, and I will say this, darts is one of those sports that you can start later in life and still get up to that top level.
For sure.
And so that's always kind of a cool aspect of it, as Duane does take that out in a very scrappy leg, but 6-5 scoreline now in favor of Duane. He continues to stay out in front. But yeah, I was going to say it's a VFW, and also it's VFW 9091, which means that if there's not a dude that's under 50 that's playing there, and they play every day, that means that is their escape from their wives and children. So you just let them go do their thing.
Everyone's
that
a
is
little
their
bit,
safe space.
I mean, American Legions, VFWs are critical to success.
Yeah.
They always have been for darts, right? So I'm not gonna
100%.
get into a little argument with you, but everybody's a little bit different. Membership requirements here are slightly variant on where you go. But yeah, I mean, I know our local has a lot of youth events that they do and what have you. Anything we can do.
Yep. And VFWs, for the most part, are places where kids can get into. So
yeah,
I think that's where that can also be a good advantage. But again, you said it, the guidelines can be strict certain places.
Yeah.
I know at ours, like family of veterans are allowed in there as well.
Well, there's also like the Sons of American Legion program. Like,
yep.
I'm involved in that. Like, there's those programs are good as well. So, I want to actually that'd be a good side project. See how many American Legions across the country have like dart boards. Oh, that's gotta be.
You did just see that number, right?
Got to be thousands.
9190.
Yeah, it's got to be a 1,000 at least.
I would agree with that.
I'm trying to think how many Legions and VFWs we have in Wichita alone.
Yeah, same in Indy,
right? Well, John, looking promising here with the 20s and 19s already attacking those 17s. Yeah, just go ahead and scoot on over the 16s as well, buddy. That looked like it was going to go in, but just on that high side.
I bet that felt good the whole way on that third dart. DJ, a good 5 mark there. See how John goes at the bulls first. I don't hate that at all. Just a confident shot. Gets that double on dart 3. So 6-6 is going to be the score line, barring a I don't know, divine intervention.
No way. He's throwing a 6-0 here. Come on.
Yeah, 6-0 is nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Stays a 6-0. Even more important, he hit that double on the first dart.
There's a big leg there.
Whew. Basically, Texas Batman is letting you know, Will, that good luck. 6,000 VFW posts worldwide. 5,556 posts that serve 1.3 million.
That's just VFWs. That's not American Legions either.
I know.
I mean,
which is crazy.
Yeah, and they all run kind of different to each other. It's kind of a weird process, but
I feel like Duane is playing this out to where he's trying hard, like not trying harder on his throw. That's not the right wording, but he's catching the better darts on his throw, which is really all he needs to do to get to a last leg decider. Does he really want to go to a last leg decider, though? That's the real question. Because I mean, if you're John, you're like, yep, give me the last leg decider. I'll take that shot. 1 game to send it to a double dip. If you're Duane, I think that you want to end that beforehand. And this is where we saw Soldier on Monday win 3 legs straight to win at 9-6. Best 3 out of 5 is remaining here in the finals of Division 2, or at least part 1 of the finals Division 2. John would like it to be the part 1 of the finals Division 2. $2,500 to first place, $1,500 to second place.
Love a triple here. Can't bank one in here, so more than likely this should go to Duane, pinning disaster. Go ahead and pop the 1-2 punch on these 17s.
The dart on the second dart just slipped out his hand. I'm okay with him throwing it doubles. He does it every time. I think in those situations, though, I'm going to obviously say that it's better just to go inside.
Yeah, I agree.
Because otherwise this happens.
I don't mind the first dart at another wedge either. I mean, it's a good option.
Concur.
That's a good 9 from John.
Yes, it was. He definitely punished the misstart of the double. And Duane, it took him 2 more darts to close out the 17s. John 9 marks again. He's back in this leg. And that's sitting pretty for him. Oh, that's unlucky to kiss on the on the outside of the triple. Hey, Will, do you hear the alarm going off somewhere?
What alarm?
Well, we got a free gift alert. That alarm. It's buy one, get one Harrow's solo flight free when you purchase any Harrow's solo flight from A to Z Darts. Just tap the banner on their homepage to shop the sale before it's gone.
Hey. That look that you just gave was the best.
And Alicia, yes, you hit the mute button. And thank you for the feedback. $529.
Yeah, that's a pretty good leg there between both these guys. 529, 517.
And of course, John's going to start off really well. Looking for all of them. Starts off with a big 7. I'm not annoyed by Alicia anymore because she did the welcome back, which is perfect. Listen, we're good now.
Who cares? Watch however you want with that commentary. We don't mind.
That's what we talk about all the time.
As long as you're tuning in and enjoying the darts, that's the main thing. Our players will put on the show for you.
Boom goes the dynamite. John Husman is definitely showing up on his throw. Oh, back-to-back Niners.
Yeah, fantastic there. As we said, these players will put on a show for you, especially in a final. We've worked our way here to this point. There's been some struggles in the early stages of this matchup, but it's turned into a pretty good back and forth tussle.
Yeah, it's funny, Jake making the comment, this has got to be in the running for one of the longest matches time-wise over the couple of seasons, which is very true. But it's not because either player is slow as a dart player. It's because they're just going back and forth so consistently in each leg. 18. Big 18. His second 9 mark of the leg. Can Duane match with another one? It's a negatory, good buddy.
Yeah, tough there for Duane, but you just kind of sense like this is just going to be a last leg decider here. I mean, like it has all the makings of it, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's mainly because both players have been so dominant on their own throw. So then the question becomes, is the count up, the 3-dart count up, going to decide this this part 1 of the finals? If it does go to that point?
Man, that's a toughie, right?
Yep. Because it's worked out to where that's not been the case. At least the past couple of matches that have gone last leg deciders for us, the person going second has won. One bull needed from John.
That is it.
5-5-3
Hefty.
to a 4-1-7.
It's a good round. Good round. I mean, John's been great. These last 3 legs, 6, 5-1-7, 5-5-3. Wow. That is I mean, those are Division I score lines right there.
Yep. And man, how unsurprising that has been, especially this season. But that's only a 2-mark opening there from Duane, so an opportunity here for John to pounce at maybe the most opportune time in this entire match. I tell you what, to get the first lead at 8-7 sure would be nice. Leonard got the first lead at 7-6 last night, or on Monday night, and didn't look back, winning at 9-6. But not really punished that much. Only a 4-mark from John, especially how well Duane hits the 19s. Yep. Good first start from John. Is he going to take a look or stay right there? He's probably going to stay right there. No, he takes the look this time and hits it. Big dart from John Husman.
Yeah,
he is attacking.
You got to take that look there. I think that just based on our view here, it was kind of blocked in the 17. Why not go ahead and give it a go and try to kind of turn it in your favor?
Yeah, he's been so conservative all night long on the points. I expected him to stay there on that last dart. He did not, which I think was definitely the right move. He's staying there on this one, it looks like. Yep, finds the treble. Definitely trying to attack this throw here of Duane. This is the first time Duane's been pressured on throw in quite a while. Oh, just on the bottom wire.
This is a big-time opportunity for John. I mean, take your look at the 18s.
Yeah, I think he got to. He's not. He's blocked. He's staying. I don't like that. Yeah, I mean, man, what an opportunity.
You just shifted over to the 19s because at least I assume you felt like you didn't have position. Why not shift up to the 18s or even to the 16s there and commit to, something else, something more valuable, especially with him having an X against you here. Now, I know there's pressure against Duane's throw, but 4-mark. Ooh, he still may take it.
Yep.
He stopped there
I think
for
he
just a
attacked
second,
18.
but yeah, he made the play.
I still think he attacked 18 here on the start.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do.
May stay in. That could be the difference in this leg right there.
Very well could be here.
But Duane has an opportunity to. He still has to hit. And he does with a big 6 mark. 80-point lead now. That handcuffs John on the 16s. He'll take it.
Ooh, that's a big time conversion on the 9.
It would have hurt more if he would have done it sooner on a different number, but that is the best he could do there. Ooh, and now there's a big opening once again for John. Over 600 of you watching along with us here on this finals. Appreciate that. Make sure to hit that like button. Hit that share button. Yes. This is looking like it is heading towards a potential last leg decider.
We would all love to see that.
I like the chess that John's playing by opening up that other wedge on the 15s. I think he was blocked on the 16 as well. Duane's not going to move.
Will he move? He can't afford to now. That's a difficult round.
You got to punish if you're John.
If you're John, you think
punish here.
Yeah, you think about just closing this wedge.
Oh, now you can definitely take a look at it. Big dart. That's a millimeter away from closing out this leg pretty much. Duane needs all of them. Oh, it's sitting so perfect on the first one. What a 9 to follow.
And I didn't say anything because I think, in my mind, I think John should have taken one of the 16s and then committed to the 18s. Just personal preference there, but he just left the door slightly ajar for that 9 mark, and exactly what Duane collected was a 9. And now, you're still in a tough predicament.
Well, the good news is unless Duane deviates off of his typical plan, he's not going to close both the 16s and 15s. Stay there for all of them.
Yeah, but that's a big.
I don't even think he thought
6.
about moving.
Oh, that's a big 6 because he pushes whatever John does now. He has to commit to points.
I still think if you hit force 2 triples here, you take out the 18s. But I'm pretty sure we have a different thought process than John.
It's a tough give or take right there. You think he's going to return it. Like I said, he's hit it a few times already in this match, that 16-15 transition for Duane. But it's just whenever he wants to commit to that decision. He doesn't really necessarily have to right now. He's holding ground on these 18s. What a great match, though. What a great match. We're getting
looking.
I mean,
I don't know where that was going.
It hasn't been the superb, back and forth we assumed this was going to be, NPR wise, but it's sure been a great back and forth.
Yes, it has. And this is one of those moments of, you can't ask for moments that are more tense than this, right? It's who's going to get the lead going into the penultimate leg. And if John breaks a throw here, which he has an opportunity to do still, it will be the first time that he's led in this match. It's the equivalent to getting the first lead in a basketball game with the last minute of the game, within the last minute of the game. Duane staying. I feel like Dwayne's just like kind of almost giving John an opportunity to hit a big round.
They're both giving each other opportunities. Let's be honest here. Both are one big round away from locking in this leg and an 8-7 advantage.
Shock the world. Take out the 18 here.
Chris saying turn this one to a round. It's like it's round 13. I don't know about that.
It's definitely an option, but I think this is where Duane, if I'm Duane, I deviate off my normal plan here. 1 at the 18, and then I go at the closes. But he's not going to do that.
Oh, my.
And I don't even like that last start because he wouldn't have capitalized on all those points. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he would have gone up 200 points, but he would have left points on the table hitting that triple.
I mean, Duane keeps putting the ball in his court, and that's what you have to do. You have to, maintain possession here, as they put it in other sports. So we'll see. He'll probably commit another 18 before he even decides to commit to a 16. Probably going to have 2. Just want to, take a look. Well, I think you take a look now. No, he's not. He may be committed to a round out now. I mean, he's thinking round out guarantees me a leg win. That could be what he's thinking. But it's kind of early to do that. Oh, yeah, there you go. John saying, okay, if we're going to play that game, I'm just going to take it out for you.
Yep. And I hate to say that he did it too late, but I think he did it too late. No, maybe not. You didn't get one last chance here. Mathematically, can't get the point lead with a 9 mark. Duane's still up 47 points.
Yeah, he commits to the 15s there. On to the Bulls.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's an opportunity, but he needed to collect on all.
All right. 2 Bulls needed from Duane.
Sure got close to that round out, but...
And you can see what it meant to him. Did you see him give a little on the side?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's a big-time leg there. I mean, a lot of decisions there were made. We were thinking, surely they're going to take a look this time. They halted. They didn't do that. We even had people in the chat saying only 6 rounds left. They're going for the round out. I mean, what a leg. What a leg. 8-7 advantage for Duane here. John gets to start. This could be it. We're going to find out.
Good 6 mark from John. He started off well on his throw all night long.
Well, that was a good recovery after the first start to go ahead and lock in and grab the 6 mark there. That's big.
And one last reminder to our viewing audience. We know this needs to happen sometimes, but it's okay just to hit the mute button and not tell us that we suck. That's fine too. We already know that second part. Oh, this is huge from John. Good 7 mark. I like this from Duane.
He's just locking in, focusing on what he needs to achieve here. It was almost perfection.
I didn't mean to come off like I was fishing for compliments.
It
I
always
was not.
seems like that, though. So we always seem that way. We just
But
gotta.
thank you.
We just can't care. We just can't care.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we do care when you guys say that we were great. That's wonderful. But
only those, though. Only those.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten told how terrible I am so often now that thanks for watching.
Well, Duane's in a position here and needs to commit to the 18s or 17s. He's got to find his wedge and preferably point on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, he's been so successful on these 18s.
He's been so successful.
Like, well, I mean, I think most of his most of his 9 marks have been on the 18s.
I agree. And it seems like he's just had control over that number so often. He's staying, isn't he? Yep.
Of course, it's the higher ground. Ooh.
All right, Jeff, that was funny. All right. Duane looking at the 18s. I'm surprised he's not. Well, I knew he was going to stay there no matter what, right? Like, those first 2 darts were definitely going at the 18s. Even if he hit the 2 triples, does he stay there on dart 3 because of how close the scoreline is? Probably.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to point more to the. They're going to commit more to the points than those closes at this given time. I think, the chat wasn't necessarily wrong that we could see a round out. I mean, we're seeing this kind of commit to the points as we go along. But as you can see here, I mean, if we get kind of drawn out in these 20s, 18s a little bit, who knows? John's kind of put the real, as we said earlier, the ball in his court, essentially. And yeah, he'll take away the 18s next.
Yep. And I was just about to say, they just did this back and forth point battle, right? And John ended up on the wrong side of that. I don't think that you want to do that again with Duane.
No.
Great second dart. To get rid of those 18s, which has been Duane's honeypot, I think you're right there, is huge. And then to take out the 16s on top of that, massive. Massive from John.
Hello, last leg decider.
It's what we all want to see. Well, unless you're Duane at this point.
Yeah, it takes a shot at the 15s as well. John's sensing this last decider. Folks, reminder, I mean, we diddle for that shot at the start in that last leg decider. So it could go really advantage either way here. It's not really set in stone to our format that has been. If you're just kind of tuning in for the first time or maybe first few times, we still do have those new viewers tuning in. So
we can tell they're not used to us. 130 point lead there for John. Big darts. Yeah, this is definitely, barring again some sort of divine intervention here, we're going to go to a last leg decider. And you mentioned it, Will. They will do a 3 dart count up to see who starts the leg. Call it now. Person who wins the diddle, do they win?
You always have to think that, right? You always have to think that person that wins the diddle is going to get the start, and well, they of course get the start, but I mean get the win. We'll see. We'll see if that holds true. I got to stick with Duane. Yes, the NPR probably is not in his advantage for this matchup. I think I missed a leg, but I still think it sways towards John. And confidence going into this last leg is, of course, going to go towards John because, well, his average right now, 5.11 in this leg compared to Duane, just missing a few there, and 4.33.
And this is one of those rare situations where we really can't think about the diddle the first time around with the 3-dart count up because Duane came up there and hit a 180, right? So it kind of canceled out the that factor altogether. Now he can go out there and do it again, but I think that there should be an advantage for John going second most of the time. John has to close out this leg, though. And I'm still going to take John. For the match. Either way, we both win with or everyone wins here. Last leg decider. Here we go.
Well, we continue on to next week. Will it all end here? We are going to find out.
John, put us to work next week.
Duane gets the start on the count up. So it's somewhat of an advantage for John. Then he gets the second look here. Oh, that's 2 tough darts. And a third.
Go, John.
Oh, that is difficult for Duane. John should step in and best this one, no doubt about it.
Should is always a key word here. Like to do in 1 dart.
Let's go for bull. Just kidding.
Now he can. Oh boy, left side.
It's
left side.
Bad. I was about to say it's not bad to do that or go for bull at this given time. You can't really, you're gonna beat it.
Left side, bottom side, anywhere else besides the 1. All right. Husman with the start. The Washingtonian. From Tacoma, Washington, All Season Sports Pub. Will Squatch send us to a double dip scenario next week. He's been brilliant on his starts so far tonight. He's got to stay there now. Oh, no.
That is so difficult. And look in the background. They're already gasping back there. Can't even believe it. Look at that. All of their hands to their face. They cannot believe it.
I don't think anyone can believe it.
No. And Duane really didn't give him much there. So rocky start to our last leg decider here.
This is shaky from both players on the start, but you expect it. I don't even know. I have zero idea how my body would be reacting right now, but I know it would be negatively.
It's just pressure. You haven't been feeling it all match. All of a sudden, that little tension in your wrist or that little tension in your elbow just creeps up on you out of nowhere. There's a good 6 from Duane. And you can see, 120 plays 19 here. Kind of a big-time advantage. John needs to house 2. Look at, he does go ahead and house 2, literally. Oh my, he's just moving. What is he doing?
If he's hitting it, he's hitting it.
What a strategy move here. Let's see if this pays off. If I'm Duane, I commit to maybe another 20 or 2 here.
No, this Duane's going to go 2-1. Like that's his style. So if you're John, you're like, all right, I guess open up as many wedges as possible because you're only going to throw 1 dart at my close each time.
Oh my!
He's getting rid of the 20s now. What an interesting strategy this is.
Very interesting. Look at him take a deep breath too here. Big dart. Only a single 19. So if you're Duane, you surely have to find another wedge, right? Or do you go for it?
Nah, you go for it here with all those point lead.
I don't know, brother.
Now you move. I don't like the second dart or third.
You got to take you surely have to deviate off that once you miss 1. You need to grab at least a house. Such an interesting move from John.
This is a boss move, is what this ends up being, because he gets another triple here, like he does. Boom goes the dynamite. You saw how much that was, 29-point lead, but
That's
more efficiently 3-house lead.
That is a huge reaction from him, though.
I've never seen him more reactive.
You need to settle down here and hit. You can't let that blow up.
Muscle.
Yeah, you can't let that blow you out of proportion here. Got to commit.
I like being aggressive on closing his numbers.
Wow.
He's just going to stay on the 19s.
Dude, that
huge moments.
That is so big from John to be able to kind of back that up with the 7 mark. Usually you just kind of come in flat, hit a 3, something bad like a 2 mark there because you just gave it a go, but somehow or another finds a big 7. Goodness gracious, folks, how you should be going nuts in the chat right now.
The strategy is it turned out it's brilliant. Like, absolutely brilliant.
It's
big double 16.
It's definitely what a play. You're thinking, like, especially on the 18, you're like, okay, cool. But then the 17, you're like, what? Yeah. But I mean, hey. It worked. It worked.
Play. Yep.
Yeah, he's onto the 15s now with a 100 plus advantage.
And he's going to go into next week as the favorite to win Division 2. I don't care. You
have to. I mean, we said it at the beginning, right? If John takes the win,
he is.
We always see that holder kind of, out of sorts for the next one, and this is going to be tough for Duane to come back from.
At least you get a week off, right? You don't have to play him right away.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not like you don't have that momentum. A week from now is a completely different ball game. But John Husman, ladies and gentlemen, what a comeback! What a last leg decider! 5.16 after those first 2 throws from John Husman, gets the job done. You see all season celebrating in the background. I love to see it. Shout out to the Tacoma, Washington area for getting the job done this evening. Shout out to our chat. You guys were honest and fantastic. And my goodness, we're gonna play another week. John Husman.
Hey, after a rocky start, pretty much averaged what he was going into this week. So that's
impressive.
Well, it was a very strong performance after break from John. I mean, what a battle and what an overall win. I mean, wow.
It was brilliant.
Yes. I mean, what a move. What a move at the given time to commit to that. Being, down 101 points, you say, okay, I need to open up some houses here. And he commits to 3, and his fate is in his own hands.
Well, again, and then that was brilliant right there. But then the more brilliant part was in the very next throw to take out the 20s first before committing back to points. Yeah. It was so well done. Now, of course, if he misses the 18s or misses the 17s, we might be telling a different story and talking completely different about that strategy choice. And if you hit it, it's brilliant. But he did hit it, and it turned out to be the turning point. Duane didn't really know what to do with that.
No.
And he missed, right? So if he hits the 20s there more consistently to point, I think there's a different story too. But for John Husman to make your opponent think like that, and I mean, amazing performance.
The only thing that I can think of going back on is you commit to a 20, commit to a 16 there or a 15 and try to battle it out on the 2 houses compared to the 3. It's such a tough one. When that's thrown at you last leg decider, like I said, sometimes you got to deviate from your plan and throw something at your opponent that throws them off. And that did the trick.
That was definitely what happened there.
We're going to see something like that in the future, guaranteed, from somebody else not named John. Because
that was an ace up his sleeve right there is what that was. He was holding into that trick until he needed the most, and he pulled it out. Epic victory. One of the best matches we've ever had in Division 2 of the CSC. I'm not talking average-wise. I'm talking just the way that one went. There was at no point in time where we knew how that was going to finish, right? What a match. we're over 2 hours into this, and I think I could have spent another hour watching those two guys play, if not longer. Right? Like we get that again next week. I cannot wait. Everybody, tune into that one.
We can hope for a good one. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Set your reminder. We got one more for the one time in this season number 10. Who's going to win division number 2? Will John get it done, or will Duane battle back from the depths to get it done in the final? The final. We'll find out on Wednesday night.
Yeah, at 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. West Coast for all you Washingtonians. So, yeah, tune in, guys. You're not going to want to miss it. You're one of your big heroes in your cities is gonna be the new champion of Division 2 of the CSC Challenger Series. But I can't wait to watch that one, buddy. It's epic match tonight. Send us off. Send us to bye.
Yeah,
bye.
yeah.
I'm gonna say bye first.
Yeah, take care, folks. We'll see you Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Take care.